about how we came to work together and create this collaboration. Fabia, share a little bit your end of the story. And then
now, as we said, the small and mid-sized companies, I was always intrigued by how the technology can help smaller companies. And of course, technology can help larger companies. But I love the SuccessFactors technology, but also realize that companies do suffer from the problem that they have smaller HR departments, and you don't have one place that the employee can go to get all their information. So I was always looking for something which can actually combine all of these things together and give an employee a cohesive experience and user experience that he is sure that he can go to one place, one chatbot, one tool, and get all the information. So when I heard about Querlo and initial discussion with you, I was convinced that this kind of a technology can take the SuccessFactors and the HR to the next level. And as we say, the transformation doesn't happen with just the implementation of the product, but it happens what you do afterwards.
This has been a very interesting partnership or relationship because myself individually and our company as a team, we have learned a lot from Renew HR. We have learned a lot about not just about the implementation of our technology within environments like SuccessFactors, but also the human aspect of how to manage a relationship with HR managers and what are the touch points or the difficult parts of the HR industry. What has been the challenges, and based on your long experience in the space and so your collaborators, we have learned how to tune our conversational artificial intelligence to support not just the technology and the people, but the overall company infrastructure to surpass those difficulties. In the days to come, we will talk about specific challenges, like, for example, how to overtake repetitive tasks, how to manage change management and different aspects of the HR business. But we couldn't have done this by ourselves just with our technology. The technology is as good as the people that use the technology, and they shape this technology to be implemented for the right use. And that's where Renew HR has been very, very helpful, and we have learned a lot from. Okay, so let's work together on building more of those short videos of explanations. And the one thing, under the light of 2020, which is a very difficult year, what do you think is the goal of Renew HR in terms of providing support to its customers base, leveraging AI, but also based on the fact that we are in these difficult times?
Yes, so that's a very interesting question, because what has happened with this is that work from home, I believe the latest statistic says 72% Americans would love to work from home. Mm-hmm. So I was just explaining to the other day to some of my customers that the diversity has a different meaning now. I mean, what we used to understand by diversity and what diversity would be now would be totally, entirely different thing. So how we are going to transform ourselves to work in an environment where when it changed drastically within a period of few months. So I personally feel this heavy influence of technology, but technology to help the employees, to help the managers, help the customers, not just to put fancy technology. To me, a technology is only as good if it solves a problem. So to your point, Francesco, what I feel is that there are more queries, more interesting questions that the employee asks, and as they don't have a tool to ask, all of those things are lost somewhere. The thought, I mean, I was just taking an example of performance. Now, let's say we have a performance process. Now, you do not ask every employee to say that, do you like it? Do you see any challenges in our performance process or goal setting process? Do you like it? Is there anything that we can do better? We do not know because we do not ask. But this conversational technology actually helps us to understand what employees like, what they don't like, what they're absorbing quickly, what taking a lot of time for them to understand, how they're receptive to changes. I think this kind of things, if we can take advantage of this situation that we are all in, I always feel disaster teaches us a lot of things that we can improve upon business personally as well. And we can use the technology to help the employees dependent more on the information, accuracy of the information, and the speed at which they can get that.
Fantastic. Okay, let me screen. I want to show you. This is a brief summary of our post-COVID services that we have developed based also on the experience that we have had in the last few months working with Renew HR. We have identified interesting opportunities to provide our technology to support, for example, healthcare and prevention. Very, very important is providing tools to our customers and also our partners to assess the mental health of the employees, to provide a certain level of comfort in terms of work from home, not just about the tools, but also measuring what are the tools that work best and provide value and those who don't. Provide executives the tools to lead distributed teams, because suddenly now we're not going to the same offices. Suddenly we have a completely different geographic location and approach. Reskilling is very, very important. How the employee now, they have to change their target, their goals, their KPIs, also their skills themselves, and this is also for executives. How we can help them to increase productivity and also monitor with some good business intelligence the changes of productivity. And lastly, what are the travel policies? Because every day we hear something new. Can I travel to Canada? Can a Canadian come here? Or can I fly to Europe? Which are the countries I can fly to? And if I fly there, do I have to stay in quarantine for 14 days? And what is going to be the approach when I come back and so on? So anyway, this is like a little snapshot of what is the intelligence we have built with our collaboration with Renew HR in the last few weeks, and we continue developing that. So we're at the end of our 10 minutes. Thank you very much, Sabia. And
thanks, Francesco.
About the next one is going to be a video about how we are going to tackle repetitive tasks and to free up the HR department. Thank you.
Thank you.